guys, Mike Chen. Today, heading to the east of Singapore. I noticed something, I don't know if it's true. Although it doesn't take too long to go from one part of Singapore to the other, but because there's food everywhere, there's malls everywhere, I feel like people don't really go too far away from where they live, unless it's to an attraction or something. Because I just noticed I've never been to this part of Singapore before. I feel like I'm the same way now. Like, if it's over 25 minutes, it's a bit too far to go. Anyway, starting out today at Tampines Mall. And this place, I saw something that looks really, really good. Oh wow, this mall is so cool. So it's kind of an indoor slash outdoor mall. So many shops. As soon as I walked in, I smelled the fried chicken. Mala Tang. Oh, this place looks good. It smells good too. There's a ton of good restaurants in here, but this is the one I have my eye on. So this restaurant's really efficient. You place your order in the front. Everything looks very authentic. Beef noodle soups, they have dumplings and sour soup. Got some of that as well. And look how they serve their drinks. So they give you like a pouch of ice. And you pour your drink inside. Well, it kind of overflowed a little bit, but you're supposed to stick your straw in here. There you go. Drink in a bag. Food is here. I got a regular la mian, Hunan spicy beef. I got the sour soup dumpling, a plate of cold sliced beef, tofu strips, ooh, stir-fried cabbage. I love this. Some lamb skewers, and of course the beef noodle soup. This is the regular signature beef la mian with some thick noodles for some additional chewiness. Hunan beef, tons of chilies in here and cilantro. I'm really excited about this. Sliced beef, and I love this because see all the tendons coursing through the meat as well. Fried beef is delicious. Like I said, the tendon coursing through this provides an even chewier texture. Oh, the soup flavor, very light but very beefy. Definitely needs some vinegar. This broth is way lighter than typical beef noodle soup broth. And one reason is because this is Lanzhou beef noodle soup. And Lanzhou beef noodle soup is on the lighter side. It's not as aggressively seasoned. It's not as soy saucy. Noodles, you can tell, 100% freshly made. Tastes so good with some vinegar to balance out the beef flavor. It definitely needs more hot oil. That's right. That's what I'm looking for. Hunan beef is good. Hunan beef, some chives in here, and also Chinese celery. Wow. I really like the beef curd. Very marinated, very spicy. Goes perfectly with a bowl of noodle soup. This is one of my favorite things, but it needs vinegar. It's just stir-fried cabbage. Basically, in Chinese, we call it 手撕菠菜. It's really easy to cook. I have a recipe. I'll link it down below. You tear the cabbage apart, soy sauce, vinegar, chili. It becomes absolutely sensational. Usually put a little pork in here as well. It makes it even better. So far, everything tastes delicious. It tastes authentic. That's why this place is just packed right now. Oh, also got something that you need to eat before it dries up. Lamb skewers. Lamb skewers, tons of cumin, bits of fat and lean meat mixed in. That's why I always recommend the lamb skewers. It's got the most amount of fat. So you can order the soup instead of a drink here. So I got soup and shrimp balls inside because Asians sometimes will just drink a broth instead of drinking, water. Ooh, oh, this is amazing. It's creamy, it's briny. Shrimp balls are so good too. What am I missing? How come there's no big version of this soup? This is better than my beef broth. Yeah, I love my beef broth. They're so nice. They just brought over a couple drinks for me. Look at this. Milk tea in a bag. That's really good milk tea. Also, they brought over this. This looks like a passion fruit drink. Oh, this is amazing. It's not overly sweet. That's what I love about it. It's almost like a passion fruit tea. Thank you guys for bringing this over. This is awesome. I know I'm at a noodle restaurant. This dish here, it's probably the one I'm most excited about. 酸汤水饺, sour soup with dumplings. This is a Xi'an dish that I get wherever I see it on the menu. Oh yeah. Super sour, super vinegary, super spicy broth. It's meant to be shockingly vinegary. And giant floating dumplings inside. This is a beef dumpling that I got. The filling is delicious, wrapper nice and light. Wow. I love this so much. Everything that I tried is good here. I especially love the dumplings. I love whatever broth the shrimp balls are soaking in. And of course, the beef noodle soup is delicious. And whenever I run into this dish around the world, it's never this vinegary, but it's supposed to be. You take a sip of this, the vinegar is supposed to smack you like you just did something stupid. I'm a big fan of this place. Anytime there's a restaurant that makes me feel like I'm back home, I'm back in my childhood days, that just makes me so happy. Dinner time, and this is so cool. Here at the Swissôtel, and on weekends they have an all-you-can-eat chocolate buffet. And it's not just a buffet with chocolate desserts and things like that. It's a full-on dinner buffet featuring chocolate. I just walked around the buffet. This is really cool. It's not a big buffet. Well, let me show you what they have. Starting off with some soup. This is butternut squash soup with chocolate croutons. I mean, it's very sweet, also really creamy and buttery. The croutons are nice. Even when they're browning in the soup, they still remain a little crunchy. And although it's chocolatey, it's not overly sweet, which is a good thing because soup is sweet enough. You taste the squash, it's extremely velvety, extremely soothing. I like it. There are also chocolate spicy shrimp right next to the bread station. I don't really see a chocolate element to this thing. I see the chilies. Oh, I taste it. It's just a tiny bit sweet. I can't really tell that's chocolate, like the faintest of chocolatey flavor. It's bouncy and spicy though. I think I like the soup better. Look at this, chocolatey focaccia bread. I'm gonna just wipe up some of my soup with this. This is actually pretty good. I'm gonna eat a little bit and then keep the rest around to dip it in stuff. This is really interesting. It looks like a roll, but also with cream and chocolatey dinner roll. It's like a chocolatey dinner roll. Chocolatey and also cream cheesy. It tastes like a piece of cheesecake in a dinner roll, went out to dinner, got married and had a baby, and then dunked that baby in chocolate. I can't tell whether this is a dessert or something I should be eating with my spicy shrimp. I will say though, the chocolatey cheesecakey part, that's delicious. A little crunchy wafers in there too. All right, round two. Round two. This is really interesting. Some chocolate oysters. These are a lot of hot dishes with very chocolatey elements to it. Pork belly with ivory chocolate mustard sauce. This is good. The piece of the pork belly with some skin on it, that skin is a perfect, airy, crisp. Especially love that ivory mustard sauce. That thing is creamy. You'll 100% taste that awesome chocolate flavor as soon as that thing goes in your mouth. A little mustardy, I wish it was had a bit more of a kick to it, but that has amazing sauce. This thing I'm really excited about. So this is ricotta ravioli with ocean foam on top, and also there's beef on top. I like the beef on top. It's tender, it tastes good. There's not a lot of cheese inside this ravioli. This is all that's inside this ravioli. This thing is like 90% pasta. I wish there was a lot more filling here. This to me is more about the beef than the ravioli. I mean, beef is delicious. Don't really taste the chocolatey element of this. Kind of tastes like a pot roast. Got high hopes for this. This is a chocolate oyster. Looks a little dry. That thing definitely tastes better than it looks. I mean, it did not look good. It looked like this thing has been washed up on the beach and baking in the sun for the last few days. Putting it in your mouth, it's actually super tender, juicy. That chocolatey bechamel sauce, nice, so buttery, and just a hit of chocolate. I mean, this is good as is, but imagine how good this would be getting it fresh off the boiler. Now, this I'm really excited about. This is called a slipper lobster, which is a type of lobster. Inside is ivory chocolate pepper sauce. I think it might be similar to the ivory sauce that I had with the pork belly. You taste the pepper sauce. Yeah, the lobster is good, the sauce is good. When you just get it out of the shell, it might not be enough sauce on here. So if you're at this buffet, I would recommend scooping some extra sauce from the bottom of the tray. A sweet lobster, extremely peppery. I don't taste as much of the chocolate as I did from the sauce I got on the pork belly. I think that one tastes better, but this one definitely has more of a bite to it. This is really interesting. This is a white chocolate cauliflower. Kind of tastes like sweet cauliflower. Doesn't really taste like white chocolate though. This I am really looking forward to. Pan-seared duck breast in truffle dark chocolate sauce. Hands down, best thing on that buffet. Not even close. That is delicious. I wish more food items there tasted like that. That just had everything. Tender, juicy duck. You get a subtle flavor from the truffle. Not big, but you definitely taste that nice hint of bitterness in that dark chocolatey sauce. Yeah, this thing has flavor, it has texture. It's everything the other chocolate dishes want to be when they grow up. This is salmon with ruby chocolate bar blanc sauce. Oh, I like that a lot. I'll be honest, when I opened that tray, the salmon looked very iffy. Do not judge a book by its weird, saucy looking cover. I think I got the smallest piece of salmon I could possibly grab, thinking it was gonna be dry, taste maybe old or something. The sauce was gonna be too maily. All these assumptions in my head. And I just want to truly apologize to that piece of salmon. That thing is tender. You get that nice sweetness from the roast chocolate. Roast chocolate is supposed to have a bit of tart. I wouldn't say you could really taste that because the sauce is very buttery and creamy. That's one of the best sauce cover piece of salmon I've ever put in my mouth, buffet or otherwise. This is really interesting too. This is a mocha chili pork rib. I'm really confused. I feel the same way about this as I feel about the Aquaman movie. I don't know if I like it or I hate it. It definitely tastes like coffee. It tastes like chocolatey coffee. At the same time, it's a little bitter. And I'm trying to decide whether the bitterness works with this or not. It's definitely true to its name. The rib tastes like a mocha. So I guess it's just a personal preference with this item. It's interesting though. Next is chocolatey dal makhani. It's chocolatey, tomatoey. This will taste great over some rice. Also, I got a piece of this chicken. Now, I know this is not gonna taste good. It's like one of the 2 remaining pieces of chicken left in that tray, but it's some kind of truffle sauce. Yeah, chicken is hard. It's creamy, but not very truffly. Let me see if they brought anything fresh out. All right, got a fresh piece of the chicken. This is chicken fricassee in truffle sauce. Now I can smell the truffle sauce. This tastes so much like a boiled piece of chicken. That's what it tastes like. They really don't taste any of the sauce. It just tastes like I boiled a piece of chicken breast in water, and this is what I got. There's a cheese station and they give you chocolate sauce to dip the cheese in. I like that. The chocolate sauce is not very sweet. Good amount of bitterness. Oh, it goes well with that cheese. Also, check this out. They got a chocolate covered baked brie. Ooh, that's bitter. I keep forgetting how bitter the rind is. Dip it in the chocolate sauce. Oh, that chocolate sauce is really good. It works so well with cheese. I knew cheese worked really well with honey. Didn't think with chocolate. That's very nice. But you have some laksa. Oh, this is really good laksa. For buffet laksa, this is tremendous. Spicy, creamy, taste the sweetness from the coconut milk. I like this a lot. I was kind of expecting like a chocolate laksa or something. I'm kind of glad they didn't do that. I think a few more rounds of eating the best dishes, which is definitely the duck, the salmon, the oysters, and the laksa. This actually looks really, really good. This is really cool. Liquid nitrogen ice cream. Well, it's not smoky anymore. This thing is on a little chocolatey shell. There's jelly inside. This is some kind of liquid nitrogen foam cream. I have no idea what this is. It melts. Oh, coconut milk. Crack this. Oh, here we go. This is an innovative dessert. Jelly inside, outside, a chocolatey coconut shell. With liquid nitrogen coconut milk. This is one of the coolest, most innovative desserts I've had at any buffet, and it's really good too. The jelly's delicious, the chocolate shells, roasted coconut on the outside. Especially love that liquid nitrogen coconut milk. All right, I made a mistake. I was thinking I should go get some dessert, but then I'm like, there's still some savory dishes I wanted. So I waited a little bit, and now a lot of the dessert items are gone. They had a ruby chocolate slushy. Now they only have the cocoa slushy. It's not very sweet. Really bitter from the dark chocolate. It's not bad. So a lot of dessert items were gone by the time I got there. This is a raspberry croissant tea cake ice cream. Wow, this thing is really light, extremely tangy, huge raspberry flavor. Wow, dessert is definitely the strength of this place. Every one of them is delicious. That was vegan chocolate with a bunch of blackberries inside. I think this place, the concept is fantastic. Incorporating chocolate into pretty much every single dish on the buffet. From the bread to the soup to the cheese, of course, to the main courses, the seafood. The dishes were innovative, they were creative. They used a whole wide range of chocolates. Again, love the duck, love the salmon, and the dessert is out of this world. Price for the buffet, 88 Singapore dollars, so about 61 US. But the good thing is they offer a lot of different ways to get a discount, like a huge discount. If you have different bank cards, you belong to different associations. I noticed this about hotel buffets in Singapore. There are a lot of different ways to cut your dinner bill down. Not a bad buffet, like I said. I like the concept, I really like certain items. Some items I feel like the execution is a little off, but overall, all you can eat chocolate buffet, it was a good time. And that's it for my food day today. As always, thank you all so much for watching. Until we eat again, see you later.